showtime.
BS and Beer Media in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network. We present to you the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Dale. Welcome in. Today, I am joined by Tim and Kyle. What's up, y'all?
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, guys?
And the music, the intro music, just like, I don't know, did something to me. Kind of perked me up a little bit, you know?
Oh, yeah? It touched you in your Deshaun Watson spot? Is that what it did?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Maybe so.
Look, I don't know where this stuff comes from, Dale. You know that. Like, it just comes out of my mind.
The
Like,
light comes on and here he goes, you know?
Yeah.
So I tell you what, after the man stopped getting these massages, all of a sudden he can't play football. That's all I know.
Oh,
Something happened.
wow. Yeah.
Somebody need to get him a massage some kind of way.
Yeah. Put him in a bag of rice.
Fancy points. It's terrible, Tim.
Because it was Asian massage parlors he went to.
Absolutely terrible. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. All right, Kyle. How did your week 7 go, man?
Oh man, remember how good last week was for me? Well,
Yeah.
It literally
Balling.
cannot have gotten any worse. Lost my beer bet with y'all about the defenses.
Mhm.
The Chargers still have their head coach, so I lost that one.
Mhm.
I have 7 teams, and I collectively went 1-6. So it was shit.
Welcome to the rest of us, Kyle.
Yeah.
Right.
Bring me back down to earth real quick.
Back down to earth where the gravity is strong. It keeps you to the ground. Yes, that's right. All right. How about your week 7, Tim?
Dude, look, man, my whole everything in fantasy is ruined for me all the time. It seems like I'm still kicking butt in the Little Rock League. Dale, yeah, I'm still kicking butt in the Little Rock League, but the Indiana League's terrible. The BS and Beer League, that's growing. I kind of planned on not being great, but yeah. So I want to take a second for what's that? I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay. Let me find it because
Ain't nobody got time for that.
There we go.
Yeah. And so I did crack open real quick. I did crack open my first drink. All right. And this week I bought the iced tea variety pack. All right.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull my can out of I got the raspberry going on right now, buddy. All right. Just crack that open because I can't twisted tea. And I can't sit here and talk this much smack without having something in my hand.
Yeah.
That sounds
All
right.
There you go.
But look in Indiana League, man. Yeah, leave that one alone. We're moving on. You saw I had tried to move on quick. Yeah.
We're on to Cincinnati. That's all.
So in the Indiana League, I am in this weird position. All right, that I'm rarely in. You know what that position is, Dale? Go ahead and tell everybody what I am in the Indiana League. You would love to. I'm 12th place out of 12 teams. Yes, I'm 12 out of 12.
No.
12 out of 12.
It's good.
I'm 1-6.
Somebody traded for his first round pick because he traded it away at some point. So yeah. And that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with that league. By the way,
yeah.
Okay.
I traded my first round pick away, and then somebody else went to that guy and traded for my first round pick because I'm doing really bad.
Yeah.
And so that means I'm going to be high in the draft, you know. And I've never been so disrespected in my life in fantasy football. I've never had a dude text me after he traded for my first round pick and said, "Hey, I got your pick.
Right.
I'm betting against you."
Betting against you.
I've never been. That's how. Yeah, but listen to this. I am 12th in that league, but guess what? I am in points for, which scored points.
What are you? Like
I'm 6th.
Number. Okay.
I'm
but
6th.
You're number 1 in points scored against, right?
I'm number 1 in points scored against, dude.
It's good.
It's
great.
Everybody's going off against me. So like,
shows up to you. That's right.
Yeah, and it, this is what kind of sucks about like people thinking that you're pretty good at this is that they gun for you. When they play you, they're like, oh, I'm gonna put some extra in there. Or the flip side, the crap that happens in the Little Rock League is Dale sends a text and says, hey, you need to change out that dude and put this dude in. Yeah, that's what Dale does to my opponents.
Because it benefits me, So yes,
that's what friends are for.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
all right. Shout out to my son Breeze watching. That's right. Watch Dad.
Breeze. What's up, Breeze? I like it. I gotta act good. G-rated stuff now. Man, I didn't know kids were here. Yeah.
That's right.
But my points against points scored against me are 15 points higher than the next team below me. So you got to score 215 points. Like that's the average against me. So
there we go.
That's my I ain't got time for that.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. We have all been there. Every single one of us has been.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So I spent
what are you drinking over there, Kyle? I forgot to ask, man.
Oh man, I got I'm drinking leftovers, whatever I got left in the fridge before I actually buy alcohol. I'm drinking what I have.
Sky.
This one is a Sky Peach. Like I just don't know where I got these from. Like I must have just had like a white girl phase, whatever. And then I have this like apple schnapps liqueur.
Ooh.
Which is 21%. It tastes good, but it's just odd. This is bottom of the barrel, guys. Like I'm out of whiskey. I don't even have tequila and Gatorade. I got nothing. So
I don't have tequila and Gatorade.
Good times though.
I forgot about your tequila and Gatorade thing.
Oh gosh, that was rough.
All right. Well, today I've got the rest of my lemonade from Lenny's, and I've got some lemon vodka in it.
Nice.
Yep, and that's what we're rolling with. Because today Lenny's had sandwiches for like $3 on sale, but you had to buy a drink, so it's actually $5. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, still worth it.
I like Lenny's.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I noticed that your cup is not it's not transparent, so I can't tell what color your drink is. But I imagine it's probably pink.
It's pink.
It's yellow because lemonade.
Yeah.
We're just thinking pink lemonade. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nope, no strawberry lemonade. This is just regular lemonade. So, all right, well, let's get into the show. Kyle, we're starting up with you first. Let's find his drop and let's go.
Bow. Bow. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
Kyle's killer defense.
Bow.
All right, Kyle. It is your time to shine. Let's go ahead and take care of those beer bets too while we're at it.
You know what? Like I'm gonna take this, but I would like to point out, okay, y'all said double digits for both teams.
Yeah.
So I need at least I need 20 points from them, right? I need 20 points from both of them. Turns out Cleveland gets 12. They do their job. Washington only gets 8, but they do total 20 points. Go on. I'm just wanted to throw that out there. I'm not backing out, but cheers. I was very close. That's still those are
the results right there. Browns
that's what we're looking for. 12s and 8s, absolutely.
The Commanders with 8. Yeah.
So
I will say it's still impressive.
Like lately, they're coming together. I feel like the defenses are kind of, They're really playing well. There's a lot of good streaming. Like even this week, it was tough. There's a lot of good streaming defenses this week. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking, and I've gone with the Chargers before. They just seem like an obvious answer. Like I love what they're doing on defense. They just got, they rested up. They're coming off a bye. That's going to be a win. And I don't know if y'all saw Seattle. They played Arizona last week, but they just look like they're together. They look like it's not Legion of Boom. We're not going to jump to that. But these young playmakers, the DBs they have, are just like playing like out of their minds. With Witherspoon on one side, and then you have Woolen on the other.
Yeah.
Like those two picks back to back, man, you guys killed it. Their defense is playing well. I want Seattle, and I want the Chargers. That's who I'm rolling with. If y'all want to make another beer bet, that's on you. But man, I've been hot, so just watch out. I've been pretty hot. So.
Yeah, hot for real.
I mean, Seattle's on this board. Again, I mean, I'm feeling it, feeling hot.
That was feeling it earlier with that intro song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was. All right, so Seattle and the Los Angeles Chargers defense for this week. We'll see if we get double digits out of both of these guys. But I will say, Kyle, you've been doing pretty good, man, with your picks here, man. So keep up the good work. And I wish we did like a streaming quarterback segment too. I could use some help with quarterback.
Oh man. Oh. I think we're talking about Derek Carr if we're doing that section.
Oh, are we really?
I
don't know.
For them to be
wrong kind of fantasy. That's the other fantasy that I have. Never mind. We're good. Let's just move on.
For you to stream Derek Carr, man, it implies that most people don't own him, though.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, that is true. He is rostered in like 20-30%, like throughout all formats. Like he's not good, but it's been an option. So
it's bad. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. So
yeah.
All right, let's go right in to our next segment. So Tim, you're up.
It's time for Timmy's Tips.
Perhaps play a little game called Just a Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it feels.
Right, Tim? What you got for us this week, man?
Gosh, dude. I was wanting to talk about trades. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, there is.
I like to trade for dudes and trade away dudes and get dudes that are better than the dudes I got. What are you giggling about, Dale?
It's what you
it's
do.
Just funny to anyone who knows you.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Did I say dudes too many times for you?
Yes. Let's say yes.
Yep.
So I don't know if you guys have whatever place that you're getting your site hosted from, but a lot of sites have a leaders board, and so that's like your I'm going to go ahead and present here if you don't mind.
Sure.
Boom. Let's see here. There we go. Boom. So I'm on the Flea Flicker website, which is the site that we use. And if you click on the league and then on the league tab, and then you click over here to the leaders tab, you can sort your entire league by their positions. So like you got the quarterback position, running back positions. Now this is what that team is scoring at the starters that they have in. That's not their bench. Whoever's on their bench doesn't count with these points. But if I have like a wide receiver that I'm about to trade away, I'll come here and I'll look for the dude with the lowest wide receiver points, and I'll hit that guy up. Like recently, I traded away what was that, Dallas Goedert and Geno Smith for Jackson Smith and Jigba, because the guy that I was looking for, I've been trying to trade those two away for like a year now, but he was really low on the quarterback chart, and he's really low on the tight end chart, which is this guy Steelers right here, and so it kind of fit for him, and Jackson Smith and Jigba wasn't doing anything yet, and so I knew this guy would kind of be a little bit impatient, and I kind of took advantage of that situation, knowing my competition.
Mm-hmm.
You think I'm wrong for doing that kind of stuff, Dale?
Oh, I think it is, but it's nobody cares about me. I'm on the corner preaching about repent.
Yeah. So I use this quite often, and even when I go to when I'm looking at players I want to trade for, I'll go look at this team and see how often they've started that guy or sit that guy and where they're at on the ratings. So I ended up capturing a lot of all the league's best DBs pretty much on my team, and kind of the same with linebackers. I've always been strong in DBs and linebackers, and I did that in order to have a lot of really good defense. So anyway, that's what I do. Most of my trades, like 90% of my trades, start out with me approaching that person, telling them like, hey, I noticed that you're not doing too well on wide receivers. I've got this extra wide receiver, and would you be interested in trading this, or trading for another guy? And then
makes sense. And then they'd be like, okay, well, let me give you my best player, and here you go.
That's not how that works. They don't do that.
Well, it is. It's exactly. It's exactly how it works.
It's all how you talk. It's how you say the words, Dale. It's how you say the words.
Yeah, this is why we have the Tim's used car and Emporium. This is why we have this. Right? I didn't just come up with these things one day sitting at home. No, this is after years and years of him doing it to people. So yes.
No. See, you're lying right there, because you were always sitting at home. You're always sitting at home. All right, drinking on some pink lemonade or something.
Pink lemonade, yes.
Yeah. But I had some stuff typed out for draft picks. Trading for draft picks, and I think I said this last season too. But we want to trade right now is the time. Whenever we're making trades, we want to trade for improving teams' odd round picks.
Okay.
So the better they're getting,
get the early pick. Yeah.
No. Wait, that's off there. Trading for improving teams' even round picks, because their even rounds are going to be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Their even round picks are going to be up front, and you want to trade for failing teams' odd round picks. So when you go to make a trade for a draft pick, kind of gauge real quick on that team's schedule. And if they're playing some of the harder teams in the league, like they're doing kind of decent right now, they're 50-50, and they got some harder teams coming up at the back end of the season, then you want to trade for those teams' odd round picks, because the worse you play, the further up in the draft you get on the first round, and then the better you play, the further back you get in the first round. And so, since most people draft in a snake, you want to trade that way. And you can move up like 5 positions by making a good trade, predicting how people are going to finish the season. So,
yep. Okay. Well, y'all keep that in mind when you're trading with Tim. He's already gauged your team, and he's already come up with this master plan. You just be aware of that. You might not have a plan, but he does.
I got a feeling there's going to be a clip of this right here sent out to the text group.
Maybe.
That's what happens.
If I have time.
That's what happens.
All right. Let's get to our next segment. And I do not have any intro music for this segment. So we're going to play Russian roulette on these intros that I have here in this little program that I have.
Uh-oh.
And whatever it sounds like, that's what it's going to be.
That's
so
what
here we go. All right. There we go.
Did you make that on Light Bright?
It's just a little program I have, and that's what's already in there, and that's what we got. So,
what's that dude that plays the piano on Charlie Brown?
I don't know.
You know that little kid?
Yeah, I know you're talking about though.
Was it Lionel?
Maybe? I think you're right. Yeah,
sure. Lionel.
Yeah, Lionel. We'll call him that guy. That's what it sounded like. You got that damn blanket.
Yeah,
you know?
That's it. That's him.
Yeah,
that's him.
Yeah, because if you're gonna play a mini piano, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, for this section here, I've got 3 guys, and I want to know if you're rolling with these guys or not.
Ooh.
And when I'm saying you're rolling with them, I'm thinking about the rest of the year. Okay. So first up, we've got Darrell Henderson. Are we rolling with Darrell Henderson or not? Because look, Darrell Henderson just came back from injury. And not injury. I'm sorry. He just came back onto the team. I apologize.
From injury.
And then and like now he's getting started into the lineup, and all of you people who went out there and got Zach Evans, I feel so sorry for you.
Yeah.
So
this happened again with somebody else. Like, what was that? Phillips or whatever. Same exact thing. Jaleel Phillips,
running back.
Yeah, everybody went and got that guy. Craig Reynolds also. Wait, was it Reynolds? Craig off of Detroit. Happened last
Craig
week.
Reynolds was from last week. Yeah, but
yeah,
I don't think you really looked at Craig Reynolds as like, this is going to be the guy. It's more of, Detroit's offense is good and I want a piece. And if he's going to be a guy for a minute, then give me that.
Yeah.
But I don't know about him being the guy. So, but Henderson, I didn't expect him to come in and get most of the work. And he got 18 carries, 61 yards, touchdown, and a catch for 5 yards. So he led that backfield. And like I said, a previous episode, I faded the Rams offense. And I felt bad because I didn't have a guy like Kyron Williams, young guy. I probably could have had him because he was free,
Yeah.
So do you think Darrell Henderson is going to be a guy for the rest of the season? Are you rolling with him or not?
If it's up to me, I'm saying no. I love the Rams offense right now. Like they're still, they had a tough game. Pittsburgh, they have these games, they go on the road and they play real well. He's not the guy to me. I feel like when Kyron comes back, he's going to be that guy.
But he's on IR, so it's at least 4 weeks.
At least 4 weeks. They did give, Royce Freeman had 12 carries.
Yes.
And then they still have Zach Evans. So you never know what's going to happen in practice. You never know what Sean McVay is going to do. Lord only knows what goes on in that man's head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not rolling with him. Maybe a spot start, but 66 total yards, finds the end zone. Like if you're streaming him, that's a great play.
Yeah.
But he's not my guy. I would not want to be stuck with him for the rest of the season. No. I would, if anything, trade him while he's hot.
All right. What you think, Tim?
I like Kyle trading him. If you did pick him up and then trade him away, they do have a bye week within this 4 weeks. The fourth week, if Kyron Williams is only on IR for 4 weeks, then the fourth week of Darrell Henderson's usability would be a bye week anyway. Now, I also want to mention though, I always take away touchdowns when I include how a guy's being used, whether it's a wide receiver or a running back. So if you take away that touchdown, you're looking at what's that 7.1 points. Are you okay with that? That's not really acceptable. That's kind of desperation moves at that rate. So that's I think he's a temporary
running
fix.
back has been atrocious this year.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree. Maybe find some wide receiver for that flex spot instead of a running back though. Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of how I've been rolling. But
yeah.
But the running backs have been trash this year as far as running back position as a whole.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, for these bye weeks coming up and stuff, I don't know, Darrell Henderson might be a guy that you might want to have on your team. Just for those rainy days like that,
If he's free. And if you're in Dynasty, you can trade him away for something that's a permanent piece or a future piece. That's cool too.
Sure.
It depends on the situation. Depends on the situation you're in as well. For instance, on the BS and Beer Dynasty team, I got A-Chain and Achin and Brees Hall. That's like my only two running backs. So this kind of position would be a good spot filler for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, up next we've got Jordan Addison.
Ooh.
Yeah. I like how he's in the sports car.
Everybody's taking turns driving the same car. Like, we're not doing that much work now. We're driving the same streets, same car. All right, that's all we're gonna do. Okay.
Now rent from Hertz.
And so we've got Justin Jefferson out on IR, and Addison is right now the de facto number one guy. Can he sustain this?
That's a
question. Am I the only one who thought it was going to be KJ Osborne?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Did anybody I know a lot of people had Addison already on a team, just in case. But I was one of those guys who, the second Jefferson went down, I picked up KJ Osborne on like 3 or 4 of my teams, like instantly.
I got you.
No, not what I'm looking at. Jordan Addison,
Osborne seemed like more of a slot guy, more of that Thielen role to me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, it's good thinking, though. I just didn't see it with Addison and Hawk there too. Hawkinson. I know how much you love him.
Yeah, I was actually expecting to see more from Hawkinson.
We love Hawk, man.
That's from like 4 shows ago, but I pulled that back out on you there.
Yeah, I just got that.
Sometimes you just gotta pull the Hawk out,
Yeah. All right. So are you rolling with Addison, Tim?
Man, I own Addison,
So yeah, we rolling with him.
I'm rolling with Addison right now because I think you got Hawkinson over there, and Osborne's probably going to work in. He's probably going to get worked in a little bit here and there, but he's going to be so spotty. I don't personally trust him. But it is a good. I had him on my team last year, and he was a good spot for me. But who's the running back situation? Madison over there though too.
Yeah, and Akers is getting carries now. Yep. Akers is taking away carries from Madison.
Yeah, that's getting muddy.
In fact, finally, what we all thought, it was going to mess up Madison and his value, and it absolutely has.
Yep, for sure. But I kind of just blame him because he had the opportunity.
Yeah.
How many fumbles does Madison have right now? He's got like 4.
Oh,
let me look. I'm pulling him up here.
And that's not what we're looking for, man.
Yeah, we're not looking to fumble the ball, right?
I mean, we gotta score more points. Yeah, no shit.
He lost 1 and recovered 1.
Yeah.
So
that's not bad.
No, it's not terrible. But I think they were in the same game, which is what caused the whole Akers scenario to happen.
Right.
But my thinking was
last one. Oh, go ahead.
My thinking was though that usually when there's a wide receiver out, vacated targets, then a lot of checkdowns come to the running back, which is probably where Akers is soaking up that piece. And so can we get like a thing with Akers in one of these cars?
Maybe at another date. Not today. He can't drive today.
He can't. He's not.
All right. Next up, we got Josh Downs.
Oh,
this has been one, especially with the quarterback change from Richardson. Josh Downs has been showing up these past few weeks, and he's playing a lot of slot, but he's producing in the slot. Do we trust what we're seeing from Josh Downs this last game? 5 receptions, 125 yards, 1 touchdown.
And he's got a touchdown in 2 straight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's saying he's projected the wide receiver 40 this week. He might even be higher, but then again, he's going against the Saints defense. I don't trust a whole lot of what I see on the Colts offensive side of the ball, like at all. It feels like it's one of those teams where you kind of got to stay away. Like they have their offense set. They're rolling with Anthony Richardson. He goes down, and then Minshew comes in, and it's not the same type of quarterback play, so it kind of puts them out of rhythm. Although last week, I mean, they went off. They put up 38 points. They should have won the game. You like what you see from Minshew last week and in previous weeks, but do we trust it, and do we want to roll with it for the whole season? I mean, if we're taking a receiver from the Colts, I'm still rolling with Pittman. I would not.
Pittman's still the number 1 guy, but I mean, you can't deny Jones is producing too.
Yeah, got to get points, however, wherever. So,
I think if you could trade him away and get a wide receiver too, something more solid. If you get somebody that's in a more solid position right here, that'd be great.
Okay. So hold on, let me go find the rankings, because now we're going to have to play the name game, I guess.
Oh, we got to play the name game.
Let's see.
Red Rover.
Okay. Would you rather have Josh Downs or Tyler Lockett?
Lockett. Well, I mean, they're right there the same right now.
Yeah, that's why we play the name game.
Yeah, I'd still rather have Lockett.
Okay.
Yeah, trust the quarterback play more with Lockett.
Yeah.
All right. What about Rashee Rice?
Yeah. When you spin that wheel, when you spill the wheel on the the Price is Right,
and
then you get that 100 right there. That's Rice, man. I'll tell you what, he's been getting 10 points a week.
Okay,
and
there you go.
Kansas City has so many receivers right now. I don't know what to do. I'm still seeing Tony on the field. There's MVS. He's doing his thing. He scored last week. And then you have Rashee Rice. And then there's obviously Kelsey, who is just a target monster. I have no idea where it's going. It's going towards the end zone because, let's face it, it's Patrick Mahomes. But I still don't want to trust anybody in a Kansas City wide receiver uniform. No way.
I like that.
I would take Downs in that situation.
He's like,
okay.
I know it's
Downs is for sure. He's a for sure wide receiver 2 on his own team, and who knows where Rashee Rice ends up for that week. He could be the wide receiver 1, or he could be wide receiver 3 or 4.
Okay. 2 more names. Gabe Davis.
Oh.
Gabe Davis is not playing well this season. He's not performing. He has no 4 touchdown games, none of them. So obviously taking a step back. So give me downs on that one too.
Okay.
And Davis has a bad strength of schedule in the playoffs anyway. The Bills kind of do. So I'm looking for, like, Seahawks have they're number 1 through the playoffs. So I would love the Lockett trade. Seahawks, Eagles, Cardinals are the top 3 right now in the strength of schedule for playoffs. So, like, Marquise Brown could possibly be a scenario if you traded Downs away. Yeah.
Okay. Last one I got is Tank Dell.
Oh,
he's a rookie.
Where's his picture? I want to see him in the car.
Yeah. He can't drive either. He's a rookie.
Oh, he's he got his license.
Okay. This is a guy, he started off hot. Week 2 against Indianapolis, 17 points. Week 3 against Jacksonville, 23 points.
I think I'm feeling Tank Dell. Like, just everything you see coming out of Houston just looks like they're progressing. They haven't really taken a whole lot of steps backwards yet. I do like Tank Dell. He's looking hot this week. He's got a huge projection. He's coming out looking like he's about to score 14, 15 points for you. I might want to go down that route.
So Houston's playing Carolina this week.
Right.
And I saw some stats of our 2 rookie quarterbacks here. Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, and like Stroud's killing him. Man, Stroud's looking pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm so glad he's not in our division.
Yeah. And going off of the words that I like to say, strength of schedule, they're good all the way till the playoffs. So the Texans are. So if I'm in the position where I got somebody who can kind of like rotate into that position on my team, and into my wide receiver 3 spot or whatever, then I'd be fine keeping him.
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna get a lot for him on the market is the problem.
Yeah, for sure. I've had the problem trading away wide receivers, period, unless they're like the big name guys. That's the only way you're going to get like fair trade compensation. Otherwise, everybody's just looking for running backs because everybody's on that drug, the running back drug. So,
Kyle, what was that shot of you just took?
That was to keep the buzz going and keep this,
Yeah. What was
everybody happy? That was actually the last of that Sky vodka that's making my eyes water. Like, good Lord. That Sky peach crap that relieved that it's gone now. Oh man.
That's great.
Oh goodness.
So
right.
I was gonna throw an option at you. Did you already take your shot for the your week 8? What's his name gonna get fired? Chargers.
Brandon Staley.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was taking. Yeah. Sorry. That was. Yeah.
All right. Well, I was going to offer you double or nothing if you want to push you out to week 12.
Ooh.
But you already took the shot. 2 shots. Yeah.
No, actually, you know what? Actually, that one was for fun. That was just,
You know what? Since you had a for fun shot, I'll have a fun first shot. Look.
The
bird dog is back. Huh?
All right, the bird dog.
Bird dog.
The bird
dog is back.
Candy cane whiskey.
Now, does it really taste like peppermint?
All right, so I sent you that picture, me taking a shot of it, a drink out of it, this week.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I sent the group text. So look, that was like my first little shot for the night, and I realized it does not taste as good when you're sober already. You gotta have a little buzz going. All right, look. Get you a little buzz going, get you a couple iced teas down already.
There you go.
Then you pour you one of them bird dogs. They growl when they come out.
$1,000,000 then, huh?
There you go. All of a sudden, you realize, well, this whiskey costs $20.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, last week it was good. That's all I knew.
Hey, it is good. Hey, we're gonna see, Yep. Here you go, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm very interested in that. That gives it all the way till Thanksgiving for him to lose his job.
Goodness.
Yeah. I'm thinking that sounds good to me. Double or nothing. Job.
Double or nothing. I like it.
Yeah, I was looking at the schedule. I'm trying to see, it's like, okay, week 12 is Thanksgiving week.
That makes it interesting.
Hope that anyone loses their job around the holidays, but
except Kyle.
That's why I wanted it to happen already. Okay, he had time to plan. He could have been a coordinator somewhere else, like by the holidays. So
Kyle's gonna be like a Christmas Carol and shit.
Yeah.
He's gonna, the Christmas ghost of Christmas past or whatever be coming up in there. And you got this guy fired, Kyle.
I'm putting it in right now. Double or nothing, week 12.
I love it.
There we go.
I love it.
There we go. All right, so, we got another beer bet there, and we're gonna have little Craig say something about this. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Okay, it's official.
Yeah. So the bird dog does taste delicious if you got a little bit of a buzz. That's the key. Hit that after you get the buzz. Yeah.
There you go. That's your Timmy's tips right there for the day. Before we get into the matchups here, so we got a question. Would you guys trade away James Cook and Marquise Brown for CeeDee Lamb?
I feel like you need a lot more info on that. Like, what are your other wide receivers looking like? Do you have some reliable backs that you can keep? But just based off of that, I would take it. I feel like Monday night we saw some good stuff from CeeDee, and I feel like he's trending. He's going in the right direction. I would make this trade, based off of just straight up those two pieces for CeeDee.
Yeah,
I'm making that trade.
I agree there, Kyle. And if I'm not mistaken, Tim can correct me. He is the schedule guru here, but I think the Cowboys schedule lightens up a lot, so we're going to be starting to see some points coming from those guys. Am I right, Tim?
Yeah,
that's right.
You're right. Wide receiver position. So Dale's Dale's right. Who is this guy that just made me say that? Who is this? Matt C. I liked you till you made me say that, Matt. So yeah, I agree. I concur.
There you go.
I concur. Hey, is that family?
No.
Come on.
No.
What?
We don't get family time when we just answering questions.
It's BS and beer, man. We all agree on something. I'm gonna take a drink on my own. Screw you, Dale.
Well, good. You do that.
We don't like you anyway.
And good. And we're going to the next segment. Here we go.
And now let's look at this week's matchup.
Yes, we're looking at matchups. Here we go. The first matchup, we have the Los Angeles Rams going to Dallas. Dallas is a 6.5 point favorite. 45 is the total. Oh, man. So on the Ram side here, Kyle, Matt Stafford, QB 16. He completed 14 to 29 pass attempts, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Outside of 8 receptions by Puka Nacua, the rest of the Rams pass catchers didn't connect very much with Stafford. Speaking of Puka Nacua, yeah, Tim, what do you have to say about Puka showing up, being the man over Cooper Kupp? What you got to say?
Yeah, trade for Puka. Go buy Puka.
Yeah, I said this offense was going to support 2 wide receivers, and I believe it. Yeah,
they're not going to support 2 wide receivers. Stafford doesn't look in 2 different directions. All right, but Puka is worth owning because Kupp is getting older, and so like I'm not going to say that phrase I just had to say thanks to Matt C. I'm not going to say that same phrase again in this show, maybe the next show, But yeah, go get Puka. Go buy him. Whatever the price is. I don't want to say like a sky high price, but if you're gonna end up paying for some Puka. Sometimes
I know everybody wish they can do the draft all over again and get Puka.
Sometimes you gotta get lonely. You gotta go pay for some Puka.
Yeah.
Farmer get lonely at Farmers Only.
Oh goodness.
I forgot Breeze was watching. I'm sorry, Dale. I'm sorry. Your kid is watching.
Pretty sure he turned it off by now. He just saw me go live and said hi. That's all.
He's got Minecraft.
Oh man. Okay. Well, Cooper Kupp, he did catch 2 of 7 targets for 29 yards. He did add that 2-point conversion. Could we see a bounce back from Cooper Kupp this week, Kyle?
You'd think so, but I swear last week it was Cooper. Or I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago it was Cooper Kupp. And then last week it was Puka.
Yes.
And like the other, there's not been a game where they both have gone off, where they both are putting up those numbers. Since he came back, it was Cooper and then it was Puka.
Yeah.
So are we still talking about Stafford only having eyes for one receiver?
Yeah.
That's what's happening. He's just going back and forth now. He's trying to confuse you. That's me, man. Like, it doesn't seem like he can support both, but who knows where it's going. I mean, 7 to 12 targets in favor of Puka. It's like, looking at that younger model, man. He wants the newer model car, not some used car, Tim.
You trade that 44-year-old in for 2 22-year-olds? Is that what you're talking about? No, one's got a really good Puka. So I apologize. I'm being definitely, but I think you're right too. I think if you do trade for a Puka right now, that it's going to be a rough ride until Kupp is for sure like kind of out, But we might be seeing the beginnings of Kupp being older and stuff. And
he is 30 years old. 30.
Yeah, and they typically drop off at 32, tight ends and wide receivers, and so you want to be out before their value gets lower.
Yeah,
if you own Kupp.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go over to the Dallas side here. We've got Dak Prescott coming in, QB 13, went 21 of 30 for 272 and a touchdown. He added 40 yards on the ground and a touchdown. It's been a while since we've seen him rush, but that was a welcome sight to see. I want to say they're coming off of a bye right now, so we'll see what new wrinkles they have in store. CeeDee Lamb ranked wide receiver 10. He caught 7 of 7 for 117. Looked good all night. Caught every pass thrown his way, which is reassuring for fantasy managers after underwhelming start to the season. How do you feel here about Dallas's offense going up against the Rams, Tim?
I think Dallas sucks.
Okay.
I mean, Dak is wishy-washy. So,
listen, there ain't many quarterbacks out here that you can point to It's like, this guy is consistent and he's a great quarterback. Everybody's in the same boat right now.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So as a Green Bay fan, I've had like a long stint of having pretty good quarterbacks. Yeah. So like, and you told me my day was coming a couple of years back. So I get it. But yeah, Dallas, they do have a better schedule coming up. Almost all positions they're going to be better as far as their strength of schedule goes. And so there are some pieces that I would really like to have in this scenario, but yeah.
One thing that's been concerning for me is the running game for Dallas. I expected a lot more from Pollard. This last game, we saw him get 30 yards on the ground, but he did catch 6 passes and turn that into 80 yards. But without those receiving yards, like it would have been a pretty bad day for the running back situation there in Dallas. So keep an eye on that because I do think Tony Pollard will start stepping it up here pretty soon. So
yeah,
let's pick this game.
He went 15 for 20. 15 for 30, 2 yards each.
15 carries, like
right,
straight up 2 yards of carries.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah,
that's terrible. The only good thing about it is that he got to work.
Yeah,
15 carries.
That's a positive thing. Yeah.
Ended up with 110 yards. We'll count it, but still.
Yep. All right, well, let's pick this game. Los Angeles Rams at Dallas Cowboys. Kyle, who you got? Cowboys 6.5 point favorite. Sorry.
Yeah, 6.5 seems like a lot. I know the Rams just lost to Pittsburgh, and they're still not, the team that they could be. But I still think this will be close. Not sure that they'll win the game, but I feel like it'll be within 6.5. So give me the Rams plus the points.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Tim.
I like where you're at, Kyle. So hopefully me and you can be on the same page, and Dell can be on his own island. Who cares? All right, because I'm taking Dallas plus 6.5 right here.
Oh, whoa!
I'm with you.
Minus
Nobody's with me, man. I'm at the top. Look,
Dale. Yeah, where's your intern at? Oh,
well, no, I was about to talk about the Pick'em League here.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, we have Kyle at the top of the Pick'em League here, followed by Dave. But you're no longer sharing first place, which is great, Kyle. So good job with that.
So just a reminder for like when we're picking these games, like who you want to listen to going forward. Thank you, Dale.
That's right. That's right. So all right, Kyle, you picked the Cowboys. I'm sorry, is that right?
Rams plus that 6.5.
That's what I said. Rams 6.5.
Hey,
this bird dog and iced tea getting at me.
Okay. All right. Well, I am also going to take the Rams plus the 6.5 as well. So let's go ahead, get your glasses. Where's my drop at? There we go. Hit the drop. Here we go. Drink up.
Hey, look, I went to the gym before this. All right. So like, I was working out, getting all like sweaty. And then I come over here, start drinking some beer, you guys get at me. But I wanted to take a minute. I told you I had something I wanted to bring up in the segment, in the intro, Dale, but I didn't do it.
Okay.
All right.
What do you want to talk about?
I was thinking about this today as a whole. I was wondering, I said, man, you know what? If I was like really sick, like I was like terminally ill, Dale, would you marry me?
What's the purpose here? I don't understand.
I know. So like, I've been fighting the VA and stuff like that. Got all these VA benefits coming in, and I have no spouse. So like, if I
like
pass,
Alarian, what's that?
What?
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Yeah, Chuck and Larry.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a movie. What is that?
Yes.
Love
Yeah,
that.
Chuck and Larry situation. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey man,
Yeah.
we could all get married. And I could pass on these I was like, man, I got all these like VA benefits and all this crap going on. What do I do? And I can't pass it on to Kyle. Cassandra would probably get mad.
Yeah.
She'd probably be like, what are you doing? What are you doing, marrying Tim?
Well, it's okay, Tim. I think I could convince her. So you just really gotta sell it, okay? You gotta sell it so
hard. Kyle's like, look, baby, I just cuddle with him like twice a week. I'm not a very good little spoon though, Kyle. I'll just let you know. I'm sorry.
It's all good, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, so, but the thing was, Dale, would you take my last name?
Look, whatever we got to do here, Chuck and Larry this thing up, and let's get these benefits.
Right. That's right.
Because don't none of these ladies want to act right, Dale. All right. So yeah. Might as well have my buddy out.
I mean, I clearly understand this. Yes. yeah. But if you never watched that movie, you need to go watch that movie, Tim. It's not a classic or anything, but it's just it's funny.
So. Chuck and Larry.
It is hilarious. Yeah. I love it.
I've never seen it. So
yeah, it's an Adam Sandler movie. So yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. I'm down.
All right. The next game is Cincinnati at San Francisco. San Francisco, a 3.5-point favorite. 43.5 is the total. On the Cincinnati side, we got Joe Burrow, QB 10, coming off of a bye week. So that should help him with that calf injury he's been dealing with. Hopefully that's behind him now. Good Lord, I don't have to deal with this anymore, because I would like to see some points from T. Higgins on my team, because he's just sitting on my bench doing nothing, and I actually need to see it first. So he's going to go off on my bench before I have him in my game, in my lineup, because I'm not doing the 0-point T. Higgins game anymore. No, I'm not doing it anymore. Speaking of T. Higgins, he's coming in at wide receiver 30. Minimal production so far this season. He's seen at least 4 targets in every game, finishing with less than 25 receiving yards in 4 of 5 contests. So this is not somebody I'm just going to put in my lineup. I have to see it first. Joe Mixon, running back 18. This is a guy that's been pretty disappointing, for the simple fact that he's getting all the work in Cincinnati. There's no timeshare, no other backs running through here, and he's just RB18 right now, and I can't argue with that. So
I feel like that's even generous. Like, Jesus.
Right. I mean, but you can't cut him because he gets all opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you think about Cincinnati's offense, Kyle?
I mean, once they finally put it together, then they're dangerous. They're gonna start scoring all kinds of points, because we know they can. Like, even without the good offensive line play, they still put up like an absurd amount of points last year. You were able to start Mixon, Chase, Higgins, and obviously Burrow. You could start any one of them and you'd be good. And they even had Hayden Hurst last year. That was the spot tight end start. Anybody on the board was good to go. And I was one of those guys who went out, took Mixon early, thinking that's going to be my RB2. I have a couple where I have like Eckler and Mixon, or Kenneth Walker and Mixon. And I'm thinking, I'm stacked at running back. And then he just comes out and he's just so underwhelming. I don't know if it's the offensive line that needs to play better, or if it's, Joe Burrow needs to get, get that injury like kind of massaged out. Maybe he needs the Deshaun Watson treatment. Get a massage, something like that. That might help. It's a calf injury, so like you think like.
Get a bag of rice.
But yeah, like that's other than T. Higgins, like Joe Mixon has obviously been like such a disappointment. But at the same time, a lot of people are where I'm at, where you drafted him early enough to where you can't just sit him. Like he's coming out there giving him like a 13-14 projection every week, and you're starting him no matter what. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just keep rolling. Like I'm not waiting for him to go off just yet. I'm rolling with it. Like you have to when you take somebody that early. And hopefully that, this bye week got them off to, got their head straight coming in, playing San Francisco. That's a tough test, but then again, San Francisco had that game. So
right, because San Francisco's coming off of a game where they gave up 378 yards to Kirk Cousins. And he was playing without Justin Jefferson. So now we got Chase coming to town.
Also
maybe
San Francisco just announced today they're doing playing Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
so.
Sam Darnold.
Ooh, what happened here?
It's concussion protocol.
Wow!
They said early on in the week. They said it came out today. They just said, you know what, Purdy's sitting this week. He's in protocol. We're rolling with Darnold. He beat out Trey Lance for the the backup spot. He's our guy, and we'll see how that goes. It's gonna throw a monkey wrench in every single one of those players on the Niners offense, but at the same time, it's still Kyle Shanahan. It's still the same playmakers.
Yeah, it's that offense.
Trent Williams blocking for him. Like you can't, it's not too terrible.
I really think Sam Darnold's going to click with one of them, and we don't know who. We don't know who it's going to be. But isn't Debo out also?
Yeah, Debo's out.
He's out.
Yeah, Debo's out this week too. So Brandon Ayuk, who's our Kittle? Ayuk. Who else we got?
I mean, really, those are the two like right off the bat. You can look at Jennings maybe. But yeah,
Jennings gets a lot of work for sure, man.
He does, yeah.
Yeah. CMC.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about CMC.
I think this
outside
it's going to be a big game for him.
So, outside his 2 touchdowns this week, like he was not really there. He wasn't effective.
Yeah.
They're talking about
They're
talking about the reason why CMC. Go ahead.
Yeah, when the guy's actually just getting into the end zone every week, though. I mean,
yeah.
I can't be too unhappy with the guy.
No, his floor is like just ridiculous. Good Lord.
Yeah. All right, let's look at that San Francisco side. Sam Darnold ranked QB 26. Will the Niners be relying on their running game or the short passing approach with Darnold on the center? This is one of those offenses where I kind of just figure you can put anybody back there and as long as they run the offense, they're gonna be fine.
Yeah. You just need a game manager, right?
Right, exactly. And that's all I think of with Purdy, honestly. He's a good point guard distributing the ball. And I think Darnold can do that. He can play within that offense and do the same thing. So
they talked about Cousins going there next year.
Yeah.
If
Purdy wasn't playing well, it could be like a mid-season type thing with Minnesota kind of tanking. I mean, that was before they just beat up on San Francisco at home, so things might have changed now. But that was a rumor.
Well, Tim, tell me what does your strength of schedule see for San Francisco wide receivers? Because I was kind of interested in Brandon Ayuk, thinking he might take off in the passing game.
They're number one, man.
And okay,
number one for the rest of the season. Now the playoffs isn't. Week 2 in the playoffs is ugly. Week 1 and the championship week are good, But week 2 they play Baltimore, and that's ugly. But outside of that, man, Cincinnati's their worst spot, and then Baltimore. Everything else is solid green, ready to go.
Okay. All right, there we go. So yeah, my thoughts were right. Then you want to go try to get Ayuk if you can.
I never said you were right, Dale.
Yeah, I was. You did say I was right because I said I asked you about the schedule. You said yes. You said I was right. Thank you.
Damn it! This twice now. This podcast, the bird dog caught up to me.
I've picked this game: Cincinnati at San Francisco. San Francisco 3.5-point favorite. Tim, who you got?
I'm going to go Cincinnati, man, because I think it's going to be closer than 3. I just feel like it is.
East Coast team traveling west.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kyle, what you think?
Yep, I'm rocking with you, Tim. I'm going Cincinnati. I just feel like with that bye week, with San Francisco kind of beat up, no Deebo Samuel. You know, Purdy's been the starter all season long. Nothing against Darnold. He's proven he can be a halfway decent quarterback in the league.
Yeah,
I'm just not feeling it. I feel like Cincinnati needs to start. They know that they need to start rolling and they need to start winning some games. And it starts, right after their bye week. I see Cincinnati winning this game, not even just covering that 3 points, but I feel like they go into San Francisco and win.
And it kind of seems like San Francisco's kind of been exposed a little bit after Minnesota.
It really does. It really does feel like,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what kind of gets me to pick the other way. I think I'm going to take San Francisco because they're coming off of a loss. And they're not going to just lose 2 straight, especially playing at home.
Yeah,
I think San Francisco bounces back.
All right,
and yeah, I'll minus those points and go ahead and take San Francisco.
You want to take a beer bet on that? 2 minus 1. What?
I will not take a beer bet. No.
Oh my gosh. This guy.
No. I am bad at pick 'em this year.
This is like the third or fourth time I've tried to get you to take a beer bet and you didn't take it.
Yeah, well, I'm bad at pick 'em this year, so I'm not going to.
I'm bad at pick 'em right now. You didn't even show where I'm at in the league.
Yeah, because you're right below me, and I'm way down there. So no need to talk about us.
That doesn't help what I'm saying, Dale. I want to be kicking your butt. Like I want to be, next to last in the league, and you're last. That's when
you're failing. You're failing. Okay, you're not beating me. There you go.
I can't beat Kyle. Like that's impossible.
It's over with that. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. The big game of the week.
The Saints. The Colts.
That's right. The Saints go to Indianapolis. New Orleans is a 1-point road favorite. The total for this game is 43.5. On the Saints side here, Kyle, Alvin Kamara, running back, 7. He caught 12 passes in the game, 91 yards on 14 targets. He added 17 carries for 62 yards. Finally, on Thursday, I think AK showed the fantasy football world that Derek Carr is going to be doing what he calls the check down offense, where he's going to just get back there and find Alvin Kamara, throw the ball to him every down. Will this offense continue this way? And can I continue to have AK in my lineup and expect all these catches from him?
I mean, I hope not. I feel like, why are we getting just double-digit targets every week when we have so many other playmakers that, it's one thing if they're struggling, they're dropping passes, they're not running the right routes, whatever the case may be, but it's not. It's really just, it starts up front, the play calls and Derek Carr. just missing wide open guys. He's going up there and he knows where he's throwing it. And how are you supposed to, how are you supposed to play in this league when you go up there and you have one guy in your sights and that's where it's going? We're just throwing a Camaro, we're going to Shaheed, whatever it may be. There's no reading,
go deep or check down, bro.
He's not doing that. Like,
go
he's
deep
not
or check
reading.
down. That's it.
Jeez, like, oh man.
Well, deep not open. Check down.
Yeah, I mean, I heard Craig on the beer run, and he was super duper unhappy, which pretty normal. I get that.
It's every day.
I mean,
Tuesday.
Sorry, that's funny.
He has a few points. I mean, it's really like, this is really kind of on the play calling, and it's really on Derek Carr for not just reading the plays and reading what you have in front of you. You need to just go through your progressions and read. And he's not doing that. Like, I've just seen multiple slides where Shaheed is wide up in the middle of the field, and he goes and he tries to force it to Kamara.
Well, that's the problem. Okay, because he doesn't like throwing in the middle of the field. Okay, you gotta get out in the middle of the field. Okay. That's the no drill zone.
Not every drive is a 2-minute offense, Use the sideline to the sideline, and this is, like, I'm just logic. This is like basic, stuff that, I'm not an expert. I'm not a play caller, but like, this is just so logical to me that I don't know what I could be missing. And everyone else who's sitting on their couches watching, if we can all see it, why don't they see it? Like, what do they not like? Do they have something that we don't know? Like, I don't know what it is. And I want to cry a little bit every time I watch it, but
it's hard watching it, man.
Who knows what we're going to get week in, week out? I never know what to expect with Carr. Just go through your progressions and just hit an open receiver, for the love of God, please.
Yep. Well, talk to me about Olave, because the big news was that he got arrested. Reckless operation of a motor vehicle, doing 70 and a 35. He is wide receiver 15 this week. Do you think this arrest will hurt him at all?
I mean, there's no way he's going to get any type of punishment yet. No suspensions, nothing like that. So, like, his game status, there shouldn't be anything on that. Okay. There should be no issues. He should be playing 100%. They're not going to keep him in jail for, days on end for, reckless driving, whatever it was. He's going to be back out there. He's going to be at practice, there should be nothing to compound this. There's nothing that's going on with that. Just move on and get back to work. Because first and foremost, this is your job. Like, they're not going to put him in jail. He's not going to prison. Get back to work, and work hard. Like, that's all we're asking.
Yep. All right, let's look at the Indianapolis side. Josh Downs, who we talked about earlier in the show, he's coming in ranked the wide receiver 40. And over those last 3 weeks, he's been balling. Got about 19% of the target share. He caught 5 of the 6 targets for 125 yards and a touchdown last week. He has now caught a touchdown in 2 straight games. And just looking at the rankings here, Tim, he's pretty close to Michael Pittman, who is ranked the wide receiver 36. What do you think about the Colts passing game here?
Man, I think Minshew's going to pass way more than Anthony Richardson was, but I'm with you on that too. Y'all guys are actually pretty good against the wide receivers, by the way.
That's what strength of schedule says?
Yeah, it says y'all are 12th. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've got a problem with your strength of schedule there, because I'm really expecting Josh Downs to have a nice game in the slot, because the Saints struggled last week against wide receivers in the slot. Christian Kirk tore our behinds up in the slot, especially for that that long touchdown run that he had. We caught a little mesh route over the middle, took it to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the Saints are going to struggle to cover that slot.
Well, they're ranked 12th right now.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's in fantasy points though. So
right.
they're up in 26.1 points to the wide receiver position. So it's actually kind of strong.
Yeah. I guess when you look at it, like Kirk had he had a real good game, and then Calvin Ridley just took a dump on the field and just ruined all kinds of lineups with one catch for 5 yards. And man, I did not see that one coming. I was thinking he'd have, pretty solid game. Lawrence was coming in, he was going to play, and you'd think that Ridley would do something. That was not the case. So,
yep. Jonathan Taylor did come back, and he's starting to get more work. The previous game, he got 18 touches, 75 yards, and a touchdown, adding 3 catches, 45 yards. He still split some time with Zach Moss. I thought the split was fine for both backs. They both, produced a little bit. I don't think I'm afraid if I'm a Jonathan Taylor owner. If I got Zach Moss, I mean, you kind of, the writing was on the wall, but you're going to hold on to him because he's like a premium backup now, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Let's pick this game now. We have New Orleans going to Indianapolis. New Orleans a 1-point road favorite. Give me the Colts. Tim, who you got?
Oh man, you're going the Colts?
That was brutal.
Damn, that was quick.
It wasn't hard. It wasn't a hard decision at all.
All that's what she said. My comments is what she said. Your comments is what she said. Dang. I'm going Saints -1, man. I think they'll win by 3.
There we go. Kyle, what you got?
I'm gonna give a shout out to Craig on this one. He sent me the stat line. It's Gardner Minshew versus Dennis Allen's defense. 2019 with the Jaguars, he was 14 of 29, 163 yards and an interception. And then last year with the Eagles, 18 of 32. He did have 274. He threw a touchdown, but he also threw that pick 6 to Lattimore. Yeah. So, and he lost both of those, obviously. Man, let's go Saints. Let's go. This third time in a row. It is not going to be third time's a charm for him. This is going to be 3 straight where Dennis Allen's defense locked him up. Give me the Saints and can buy a touchdown. 1 point. What are we talking about? Give me by 7.
There you go.
I'm feeling better knowing that stat line. So thank you, Craig.
Yeah. We've been playing pretty good against Minshew for sure, and he's definitely been coming off a good game before he plays us. So that is that's a good stat there, Kyle. That's a good stat. So all right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for us today. You guys got anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Double or nothing, Brandon Staley. By Thanksgiving. They're going to fire him before the holidays. It's going to be horrible for him and his family. But he's a defensive guy. He'll get a coordinator job somewhere, no problem.
There we go. That's it. That's it, Kyle. All right. Anything for you, Tim?
Nothing. I got. I'm good.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate everybody joining us. Appreciate the questions, everything. I just have one last thing to say to you guys.
I hate you guys so very, very much.
And we out.
Remember to follow us on social media at BS and Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.